Have you heard the news?
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours.
Breathe, breathe, breathe. Oh my God, I just can't believe what I'm hearing, what I've heard today. Neighbours is coming back. Neighbours is coming back. The words I wondered if I would ever utter. The words Neighbours is returning. Check this out.
Carl, Tony, have you heard the news?
What is?
We're coming back on Amazon Freevee. Oh, it's Paul.
Hello, mate. What's that all over your face?
And on your head.
Oh, well, it's nice to see you too.
More to the point, Paul, we're coming back on Amazon Freevee.
You haven't told us when.
How does the second half of next year sound?
I'm there.
Works for me. Yeah. Paul?
Hang on, gonna have to check my diary. All right, I'll make myself available. Happy?
There you go. Hey, we're coming back. We're coming back. We're coming back.
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours.
Oh my God, my God. This is a Macaulay Culkin moment. Yes, oh my gosh, the news broke literally as I was getting out of the shower and trying to blow dry my hair that Neighbours has been picked up by Amazon Freevee, which I haven't actually heard of. Does that come with Prime? Let me know in the comments. And in a collaboration with Network 10 Australia to bring back Neighbours, to resurrect it, and also to show a whole bunch of old episodes. So you've got the whole catalogue of everything past as well. So yeah, I mean, it's still sinking in. I just cannot quite believe it. I'm a little bit confused and bewildered, and I kept looking at all these different websites to try and just be sure that I wasn't privy to some sort of massive, horrible hoax or something. But it's true, Neighbours is coming back in 2023. Yeah, it seems like the news broke to us, the public, the viewers, as much as it did to the cast members at the time, because there were quite a few bewildered and surprised and stunned and shook responses from cast members popping up on Instagram. Here's a few of them. I've been following a lot of the cast on Instagram and Twitter and stuff since the show ended, you know, just looking in on their lives, and they've all been doing different things, obviously, because life goes on after the show, and they've all been like involved with other things, and that's been great, but nothing really compares to actually having the show on screen. Stuff about an ongoing Neighbours storyline rather than it all being dead and buried. I was lucky enough this year to meet Alan Fletcher on his tour in Stratford-upon-Avon just in September, and even then he was talking like there was no chance of Neighbours really ever coming back. And I also met Charlotte Chimes, Nicolette's in London at a meet and greet just a couple of weeks before that. It was so lovely to actually have a full-on chat with her, which was great. Here's a couple of pictures. You know, and just chatting to people at those events, people were just reflecting on Neighbours, the good stories, the fact that it's just enhanced our lives so much, just having that show. You know, we've grown up with it, lived with it, watched it for so long. I mean, I've watched it almost since the beginning, and I have missed it. I'll be honest, I've been trying to acclimatise to just not having the show anymore, but I have missed it. Like when I saw that little skit today with Carl and Susan and Toadie, I was like, oh my gosh, there's Susan Kennedy and Toadie, because neither of them is on social media, so I haven't seen anything about what they've been doing at all. So to see them back in character like that today was just, you don't understand what that means to me unless you are also, just like me, a massive Neighbours fan. So as far as who is coming back, okay, we've got Carl, Susan, Toadie, Paul, and looking at some of the Instagrams, I've seen Tim Cano, Leo, looks pretty thrilled that it's back. Rebecca Umaloglu, Therese posted a really cool pic, really happy that it's back. Here it is. But you know what, I just had a feeling, the way that they ended that final episode where everybody decides that they're not going to sell up after all. They're just going to stay in Ramsay Street because it's home. Toadie and Mel decided that they wouldn't move away. Paul and his family decided that they weren't going to New York. You know, the other family who've never got any storylines, kind of forgotten their names. They've all decided that they're going to stay. So it kind of, in a way, did leave a door open for the show to be resurrected. I didn't think it was going to happen this quick. I thought it was really wonderful how Jane and Mike, Guy Pearce, got together at the end of that episode. But obviously they would have to drop that story now altogether because there's no way Guy Pearce is going to come back as a series regular. And Chloe's character obviously was deciding to move away with Ellie and start a new life. But I think that Chloe will come back. I really want her to come back. I kind of just want them all to come back. I think Levi is in America at the minute, the actor who plays him. I don't know if he's just there on holiday or if he's out there looking for work. I hope he comes back. I really like Levi and Freya. Toadie and Mel, it would be so great to see what their marriage is like now going forward. It would be great to see Roxy with her baby. And what happens next with Paul and Therese? Are they both going to carry on running Lassifs together? I would also really love to see Glenn come back and explore his relationship with his daughter and to see that develop. And also the aftermath of Therese ditching Glenn to get back with Paul would be really interesting to see. And Amy, who's the daddy? Is she really pregnant? And if so, what's going to happen with that? I mean, to be honest, I've not really been Amy's biggest fan. I haven't been keen on her throughout, but I would still like to see how this one pans out. And lastly for now, David and Aaron. Who doesn't love those two? It wouldn't be the same if those two don't come back. David and Aaron, please come back. Hopefully Nicolette will come back as well, and the kids, and they'll just be one big happy family. There's just a lot of loose ends, even though they did their very best and it was brilliantly done, wrapping everything up the way it was, but it still feels like it never should have ended in the first place, let's be honest. So many questions, like how come Prime have just decided now, along with Network 10, to pick up Neighbours? Why only now? Why didn't they decide this before ending the show and putting us all through hell? And what about the sets? I read that they'd been dismantled and that the outer sets were all really derelict and horrible and deserted. It's sad. But it looks like it's all coming back to life. Yes! I would love to know your thoughts about Neighbours returning. Is it all good news? Is it a little bit odd? Had you got used to it being gone? Or were you just hoping for this day? Let me know in the comments. And for now, let's just enjoy it.